Yo, what's up? It's TF. Today I'm going to be cooking up a beat from, actually I used a loop today from Mari Beats. Definitely check them out. They're super fire. I've been using a bunch of the loops they've been dropping recently. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this cook up. So I got this loop loaded up. It's from Mari Beats. Definitely check them out. I already kind of laid it out how I want. The beginning part has some bass in it, so I'll keep it in at the actual intro, but right now I'm just going to cut it for how I want it. And we got the sample at where we want it. I'm gonna put some drums. Alright, I got that pattern in there how I want. Kinda, I might come back and edit it, but something I always add on my hi-hats is Fresh Air by Slate. It's actually a free plugin, which is sick. Depending on the hi-hat, I'll make it differently, but now I'm gonna get a clap or something in here. Definitely one of my go-to claps. I got a lot of claps, but I only use a few. And I usually put a compressor on the clap just to make it a little bit more pronounced in the mix at the end. I got a preset for my clap. So yeah, there we go with the clap. I kind of feel like adding in some type of vocal, because this is going to be the second half of the chorus right here, the second part. So I'm going to look for a sound. Alright, I found this sound that I like. I'm going to play it in. Kind of not cutting through very well with this. There's lots of high end in the original melody that I'm using, so I'm gonna kind of dip the EQ there, and try and give this some more room. I'm also gonna add this same plugin, Sketch Cassette, give it a similar feel to the other melody as well. Alright, now that I found the setting that I like for that, sits a lot better in the mix, you can hear it. And the next step is some bass. Alright, I'm going to choose an 808. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna add this kick in. secondary melody over this. And the rest of this is just some stems of the sounds in the melody that I'm not going to end up using. So now we're down to a more concise what we're working with. That second half of the chorus definitely needs an open hat with it. Just emphasize that, you know, it's the second half of the chorus. You got to kick in an open hat. Might just keep the first half of that. I also like to add fresh air, oops, on my open hats. Just give it like that extra crisp hi-hat. It just gives it that like extra crisp that I want. Alright, so we kind of got like our chorus here and then simple part for the verse. Super simple beat. Now I'm gonna bring this down for the bridge and for the intro, because this had a like sub bass with it. So we'll keep that in. Drop the tag. I'd like to put a clap before the drop too, sometime. That needs a bell too. There it is. I think this section could sound dope with some effect tricks on these hi-hats, just to kind of give it, I don't know, it kind of sounds empty right here with just this melody. I just want to do something special for that part. So this is one of my favorite plugins. I like to just hit the shuffle and see what it sounds like. Not that one. Alright, I like that part, but I want it to be more variant, so I'm going to make another section, or another layer of that hat, and do a different setting. So the beginning of it is that pattern I just made. Ooh. And the second part is going to be this one. Ooh, I kind of like that, but I'm going to delete these. So that kind of just makes it a little bit different than what the beginning of the chorus was, and just kind of leads into the more crazy part of the second half of the verse. I think that worked out pretty good. So now I'm just going to add a couple simple drums. That's like the best one. Alright. But I want that to sound like a step up, so I'm going to make that a little softer. Alright. Take a little bit of that high off of the bell, just so you can really crank that shit and it's not gonna hurt. Alright, and so for the bridge here, I'm gonna bounce this in place. Do not bypass the plugins. Bounce it in place how I want it, and put the halftime on it again. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit too, just because of the octave down hats can sometimes be a little bit loud. Oh yeah, and I was gonna bring this melody I made from the chorus and halftime that as well. There we go. And then we just repeat this over. And you got pretty much your full beat. But now we're ready to add my master strip plugins. It's not much. I just do a single EQ 32 hertz cut. That's just like kind of cuts like the low unnecessary stuff out of a lot of the 808 and bass samples that I use, that just muddies up the mix a lot of the time. And then I put this limiter. It's just like a hard cut final master. So yeah, that's what I do. And here's the full beat.
You know who TF made.